Greetings and good tidings, everyone. Yep, it is I, Captain Rum Panda, back with another Return to Moria stream. And today, yep, it's gonna be me, alone, solo, just like the lonely mountain itself. But anyway, today we're going to be delving deeper and, exploring more. But first things first, let's check if everything is okay. Yep. Now, anything else we need? More elven wood? Yes. You know what? I'm gonna spend a bit of time just gathering supplies then. Because, since Bob is not here, and Orc left, because Orc got, jobs to do, real life things to do. So you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna spend this stream preparing for the next one. So yeah, today's stream is all about gathering items and everything. Now.
A bear nest.
All right, bear.
I need a better weapon for this.
Nope. Nope, that missed. Dead. Right. Gather elven wood. Yeah, and I also got a new spear. Thunder spear. But for now, gathering elven wood. Nah, too big. Maybe some of the smaller woods. Yeah. Yep, just a dowie. Gathering supplies. Wolves. Okay. Yeah, sometimes the music is just really good. Okay. Well, more wood. Specifically, more elven wood. Nope. I'm getting kind of hungry here. Yum yum. Just harvesting the woods and everything.
Quiet. I see prey ahead.
Come on. Yep. Oh, cabbages. Nice. Right. More wood. Yeah. Maybe this one and one more, and then I'll head back down. Confirm. Tired. Ooh, look at that. And of course, got some wood. Yeah. We have a lot of stones here as well. Fruit chests. And this one, this one. Hides. It's the afternoon though. Just 100%. The last Alliance shield, eh? Nah. Speaking of shield. Yeah. Oh, I can actually make one of these. Ooh. With this, masterwork, eh? All right. With this, hey Raider, what's up, man? How you been? Okay, it's just me. Okay. Get some of these coals. Yeah, we got a lot of wood. Yeah, Bob's sleeping. Okay, Bob had a rough day or something like that. Yeah, we don't have much coal left. What about this? What do we have here, huh? We have evening ale. Hobgoblet lager, eh? After a hard day's work, yeah, you know what? I'll indulge myself a bit then. Drink one of these. No? I can't brew it? Oh, okay. Drink. Hold to sing song. Nice. Nope.
Poor little Baggins sat for tea, stuffy as a hobbit could be. When the bell it rang, and what did he see? 200 guests awaiting for he. They hung right up the hoods they wore, but told him not that there'd be more. They poured the milk on the pantry floor when Feely and Keely came knocking at Bilbo's door.
Ooh.
Oh, ho, 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 ho.
Nice. Whoa.
Done patrolling. Talk to H. H. Get him. I'm gonna stick you.
I need a better weapon for this. Knock this one dead.
Nope. Yeah. Ooh, it actually damaged it. Right, now, since I'm so full of energy, okay, may as well just get a few bites. It's already twilight though. Hero spirit, high spirit. We already have a lot of stones. What we need is coal.
We got orcs!
Nope.
Wolves are back.
That's all you got?
Sapphire. Ooh. Another sapphire? These orcs drop sapphire now? Nice. Gold. Iron ores. Tired. Yeah. You know what? Okay. Yeah, it's time to go home. Yep. Whew. Right. Craft. No? Right. Right, let's drink. What?
Baggins sat for tea, grumpy as a hobbit could be, when the bell it rang, and what did he see? 5 more guests a-waiting for he. They hung right up the hoods they wore, but told him not that there'd be more. They poured the milk on the pantry floor, when Dory and Nori and Dory and Doyne and Gloin came knocking at Bilbo's door.
Oh, I love that song.
All right, now let's cook something. Meat stew, or no, meat stew. And then we'll go to sleep. Hey Erus, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Right, rested and everything. Ooh, look at that. Well, since we're waiting, okay, we might as well get another drink. Drain? Nah, don't drain it, man. Look at that. We finally got a keg, man. We've got finally drinks. What about some songs?
Poor little Baggins sat for tea, frazzled as a hobbit could be, when the bell it rang, and what did he see? 4 final guests a-waiting for he. They hung right up the hoods they wore, but told him not that there'd be more. They poured the milk on the pantry floor, when Biffer and Bofer and Bomber and Thorn came knocking at Bilbo's door.
That's my favorite song.
And of course, got this as well. I'm gonna go. Oh, okay. These are all junk items. Almost. Alright, what can I build here, huh? Maybe some more bronze? Yes. What else? What is umbasa wood here? Build gem cutter. Alright. Point. Durin's lamp. Gem cutter. Need umbasa wood. Rune table workshop. Repair. Oh, what's this? Afan lamp. Field post. Crude fire pit. Okay. Okay. Bronze ingot. Tin ore. We can build one of these. Wood and stone, eh? Or we could expand a bit. Yeah. Maybe I'll build a gate here, okay? The door can be here. And the wood. No, you don't. Is it done yet? Yep. Okay, now fix this up a bit. Fix all of this up. Okay, and then maybe one more drink. Before we go. Whew. And of course, honor. Right. Hold on. This one. And then this one. Right. I see some red here.
Quiet. I see prey ahead.
Oh, okay. Now, where do this lead, eh? Oh.
If you lose your way and your torch goes black, hum-diddy-o-day-o, you can whistle clear and they'll guide you back. Hum-diddy-o-day-o, hum-diddy-o-do. And once you know how the ditty goes, hum-diddy-o-do, means at the oaken door with the raven crest, you can sing for your supper and a good night's rest. Hum-diddy-o-day-o, hum-diddy-o-do.
Ah, a song for a mining heart.
Ah, okay. Okay, so this is where it leads to. All right. Orc Town, eh? Let's see what's still in there.
Moria is ours. I need a better weapon for this.
Nope, you are.
That's one more for me.
Hmm. Precious gems.
We got orcs.
Ah.
There's something out there. Filthy dwarves.
Nope.
That's all you got?
Nope.
Knock this one dead.
Nope. Right. Precious gems. Ah, the banner. Alright, now what do you have here, huh? Another black diamond. Nice. Okay. Come on. Need a solid structure, eh? Yeah. Build near hearth. Oh, I see. So you can only build this near the hearth. All right. Rotate. Change height. Is there anything else? Yeah. Tools. Furnitures. Floor. Wooden floor. Never mind. How about here? And then I'll go up here. And then I'll start mining.
Why do I gotta do this? Get him. I need a better weapon for this.
Nope. Right. Uh-huh. This is the main war boss camp. Twilight. Gems. Nope. Precious gems. Right. Let me just eat up. Get some energy back. dusk. I think it's this way. Iron. Okay. I was wrong. Yeah. What is this? Oh, okay, okay. Hey, Nintendo. They canceled the job. Was just about to leave when I got second text. Oh, okay. Hop right in then, orc. Iron ore, nice. It's night. It's night. Okay, hang on. Here we go. Where is? I think there. Nope. How do I get back out again? Go to the throng. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, wrong one. It's nighttime. Yeah, I mean, I'm good, I'm good. Also, hi, Arrows. What's up, Nintendo? You got out by pressing B to blow. Here we go, here we go. Back home, back home. We're heading back home. Whoop. There we go. Oh, you're in? Hang on, hang on. Let me just reach a safe place. All right. Hey, Captain, the cancel. I'm so okay. Right, hang on. Head to the throng. Never mind. We'll do free chat this time. Hang in there.
Hello, 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 hello. Sorry about that. That was annoying as fuck. But hello, Rum. Hello, your chat. Welcome. Hello, my greenskins.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty good. Still surviving. Still working up my base and everything.
Okay, yeah. Sorry about that. I was hoping to pop in this today, and it turned out, yeah, I guess I was.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Okay, it is the great ancestors' will.
Yeah. No, that was upsetting. That was rather upsetting on my end because I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
That was 40 to 60 bucks just went bye-bye.
Yeah, I know. Okay, getting a job canceled or student not coming or anything like that. Okay, it means that we don't get paid.
Yeah, and we want to get paid. And for some reason my internet is acting wild. My internet is acting fucked again, so I'm having fun where I'm trying to get something to upload and it does not want to upload. Even though I only have like one thing on again. I hate my internet. It's I'm gonna have to go for another internet provider sooner or later. There we go. Yeah, I'm here. Hello.
Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't keep. So while you're doing that, I'm going to play some Knights of the Republic. So what do you want to know about orcs?
No, not orcs. Dwarves.
You got dwarves. Okay, dwarves. Well, okay, I could talk a little bit about the dwarven people, but there's not much I can. And I am going to warn you in advance. Once I get the text about doing garbage duty, I got somebody that wants me to do some garbage work for them, take up some trash for them, and help them out with some stuff.
Oh,
when I get that call, I will have to bolt up. But until then, I'm free. So dwarves are an interesting race because determining on what setting you're talking about, they all kind of have a fucked up story arc.
Okay, let's start with the dwarves that everybody knows best. Okay, the dwarves in Lord of the Rings. Okay, because these are the dwarves that a lot of people know the best. Okay.
No, that's the sad thing is. The sad thing is they don't really know these dwarves at all. That's the problem. These dwarves are dwarves from this setting are. Yeah, so I hate to say it, the dwarves that they know now, and the dwarves that they have, like a lot of people think of what dwarves are more D&D dwarves than they are the actual dwarves. Dwarves themselves, if we were to actually incorporate the actual myth and legend of dwarves, they are not like these small folk type of motherfuckers. They never were.
Oh, I see.
They're more. They're way
Spiders.
more of a.
Oh, god damn it! Spiders!
No,
get
not
out!
spiders.
Get out! No! There are spiders attacking my base. Jesus!
Yeah. They're not. They're more. They're more like. They're more gray. They're more rock-like. Think of very similar to the rock biter from Neverending Story. That would be your definition of a dwarf that would actually exist more in the setting and in this fictional setting that is like in myth and legends. That those are the dwarves that people should be talking about. But a lot of people look at dwarves and they think of like the always having the beard, like the
bearded dwarf or something like that.
Yeah. It's actually determining on what type of dwarf you are and where you sit on the setting. It's actually the dwarves have different ways of operating, and mostly it's a tribe of like. In a lot of ways, dwarves are the tribe of perfectionists. They are very obsessive, compulsive when it comes to perfection and creating their craft. They pride themselves on their weapons, skills, abilities, and other interesting techniques and things that they've created. Like, they're very obsessive on that. My reading suggestion, if I suggest people want to look up dwarves more, there's a guy who made a book on the Kingdom of Dwarves, and he actually created a combat system on how dwarves would take out adventurers and other heroes and humans and stuff, and how they fight and how they would fight. The idea that dwarves are weak is not true. Dwarves are stocky as fuck.
They're stunty strong.
Yeah, they are stocky. Dwarves have been the most stocky boys. They are the big stocky ones. They are a lot of people seem to think that they're they're weaker than your average boy or they do their own thing. No. They are very, 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 very stock, and that's what makes them kind of cool for the lore of what they are. Like they are very actually almost almost unnaturally strong. By the way, that's their other big thing. A dwarf should have an excessive strength, regardless of playing. Like even if you're playing like a nothing dwarf, like you should have this higher strength rating than the average dwarf. That's how they're known. They're known for being beasts and strong bastards. I wouldn't want to pick fights. I wouldn't want to pick fight with a dwarf. A dwarf would kick your teeth in.
So that is the wait. Oh man, come on! Orcs coming in now. Now when I'm mining, really? Okay. Anyway, so that is the D&D dwarf, right?
No, that's the traditional mentality.
That's the traditional mentality of dwarves. Okay, so what is the difference between?
Okay.
Well, what is the difference between D&D dwarf and Tolkien's dwarf? Okay.
Tolkien's dwarves are a lot more musical. Tolkien's dwarves are a lot more. The song is a big thing to them.
Okay.
And they sing a lot. Song is a huge thing to their world. The tone and the tune is how you even perform magic. It's all about the tone of the song and stuff. It's all about the tune that you would incorporate it to. They are not like they come from that. Like Tolkien had a really interesting idea of music being a big part of his environment.
Oh.
They sing a lot in books and stuff. There's a lot of references to songs in the books.
I see.
Yeah.
And okay, then and what is the difference? Okay, because in my mind, okay, or at least of what I know about the dwarves, okay, I only know 3 types of dwarf. Okay, the D&D type, the Tolkien type, and then the Warhammer type. Okay, the Warhammer type is what I know is what I know the most. Okay.
The Warhammer type is basically a
angry, bitter
they're just
dwarves.
Yeah. They're basically just a more mean-spirited version. Most dwarves wouldn't hold the grudges that these guys would, unless you really did something to insult them. Although a lifetime grudge is a possibility with them, they very rarely did they hold lifetime grudges, especially with like they held grudges with races more than anything else. Hello, Desmond.
Hey, Desmond.
What's up, Captain? Warhammer 40K. It all depends on the dwarf. Like I said, dwarves are more fey folk. They're actually fairies. Like dwarves would fall under the fey in a lot of ways if you're to use the original traditional mythological dwarves that exist.
The crystal descent is
And
beautiful.
that's what makes them very interesting for a fantasy setting. Like this is why I kind of love the fact that that people kind of like to look dwarves are this and dwarves are that. No, dwarves, other races have their own, like it's all some sort of fantasy setting,
Oh no. You know what? I'm not going down here just yet. Ah! No!
I'd go with more
Spiders! No, don't shoot poison at me. Okay. I think I'm safe for now.
I go back up. But no, that's the thing about D&D dwarves, and Tolkien dwarves are more song-like. Warhammer Fantasy's just prick. They're just pricks. That's the best way to put it. They're all
prick dwarves.
They are. They're pricks. They're pricks. They fucking steal from everybody. They'll steal from you and then say they're theirs. They're kind of they're the bastards basically. And they're like, I think they're loosely based off somebody. Like someone actually loosely based them off someone they knew or something like that. So all dwarves kind of act like this dickhead. It's kind of why I feel like the myth of the myth of D&D legend elves and actually how players play elves are the same way. Same thing with the idea of D&D dwarves and what people play. Because the idea of D&D dwarves are like these like powerful, gruff fucking characters that are always ready to fight, always ready to go, and always have a sword in one hand and a shield in another. they fight like you know the short kings basically
Short
in a nutshell.
kings.
They fight like bastards. Yeah, they know their ways, they know their powers. But when you look at them from the perspective of how people play them, most of them play them like they're coward pussy characters. They never believe in my character stays back and he doesn't do anything. He's scared of the combat, and it's just kind of like that mentality of, you know, that really stupid mentality of like they don't actually do what they need to do to be dwarves. You know, it's one of those catch-22s that
Catch-22.
I run into players that play like, yeah, no,
I
they do.
see.
They love to like elves. Like, you know how most people play elves. It's the same thing with elves. How do most people play? And every dwarf has a Scottish accent. They all sound like they're from Scotland. They sound like
Yeah.
Ireland, and they sound like that voice like this. And you know, I you know, they comb my beard 50 times a day, and they'll say all these really stupid shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like this is the problem. Yeah. I don't know much about Goblin Slayer because I only paid attention to it a little bit. It wasn't something I really enjoyed.
Well, Goblin Slayer is an
looking into it.
interesting anime, okay?
Yeah. Not really. It's kind of lame.
Yeah, you only say that because you're
Let's
an
be
orc,
honest. It's kind of
okay? Yeah, you only say that because you're a green skin, okay?
No. I only say it because it's true. Like Goblin Slayer is basically a D&D game D&D game where the DM doesn't know not to put.
The Goblin Slayer is when a D&D game gone horribly wrong.
Yeah. It's when you have a DM who doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. And it's not really D&D. I would actually say it's more, if we're going to be honest, it's more like, it feels more like the Japanese equivalent to JRPGs.
Oh. That's interesting, though.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Yeah.
quartz.
Well, keep in mind, the Japanese had their own, No, see, you do need to add an element of body. Yeah. Goblin Slayers, how terrifying goblins can be. First of all, goblins don't push the level that they need to push in that setting. They never ever did. But the fact that they put them in that thought process shows how weak they are as a terrifying character. I actually find them more scary in the light of being an actual threat. Because they are fundamentally a major threat if you know how to play them.
Yeah, because,
and most people don't know how to portray them.
Yeah, because, you know, like, a goblin, you know, goblin usually fights, like, lower level, you know, adventurers, right? So, yeah, you can just put, like,
Not
thousands
really.
and thousands of goblin in one room, and the adventurers gonna be like, oh, no, hell no.
Yeah, no, you don't put thousands and thousands in one room. That's a poor way of playing it. You got to space them out. Like when you have 200 orcs, if you put 200 orcs in one room, a good fireball will end that problem real quick. But if you put 200 orcs spread it out through a fucking maze or a dungeon, that's how you fucking run a dwarf setting. It's you know what? This is a perfect time to bring it up with players that have a lot of newer players who have never played D&D and don't really understand that Dungeons and Dragons is about it's about a little bit of everything, and it all depends on what you bring to your table as a DM.
Okay.
And then it's what you're playing.
If I remember, because I've been studying some D&D as well. Okay, D&D, to make a D&D, you need 3 parts. Okay, interaction, exploration, and combat. That is like the basic, like the foundation of D&D.
You know what, Rom? I'll totally disagree with you. You don't even need that.
Really? You need interactions, okay, and then explorations. You know, the detective things and something like that.
I've run player groups on more than one occasion that all they have is the role play. They don't actually they just role play.
Oh, okay.
They spend most of it being in. I know guys who run at the table. All they do is play like a type of not Shadowrun, but a type of like investigation campaigns. So their entire campaigns are
Just
based off pure investigation.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
So they do. Yep. And that's all they've ever done. They do just pure investigations. They just investigate.
Then
That's not a joke. That's actually how these guys run their sessions.
that is interesting to say.
Mm-hmm.
Crystal Cross, and what else? Elven wood. I'm looking at a recipe right now for a glowing shield. Elven wood 2, okay. Hide, bronze.
But this idea that elves need this, like, oh, elves need this, oh, these races, no, like, you don't need to add that. It all depends on the role play. And to be honest, like I said, my biggest thing with most players are, you got to understand, when I run as a DM,
Mm-hmm.
I always say this to players. I want to be an honest truth. I say, if someone ever asks, are you trying to kill my characters? I will always say, no, I'm not. My monsters are, but I'm not. Because the truth is, I don't give a fuck if, like, on that sense. If my monsters win, great. If my monsters lose, great. I want the game to be fun. My goal at the game, at the table, at all times, is to make it as fun as fuck that everyone can enjoy the table. That's it. I try to make it fun for everybody.
I see.
Yeah, and that's my goal as a DM. My goal is not to do anything else but that.
That's a good mantra to follow or something like that. Okay, but now, okay, because since we're playing, Lord of the Rings, okay, how much do you know about Lord of the Rings dwarves here? Oh, I got them stinking spiders.
Not lots because I only know what I've been given through information and stuff, and I'm not a Lord of the Rings. I keep telling people I know some stuff about Lord of the Rings. I know how the magic works. I have very surface level, like I said to you, very surface level. I know people that know way more about this than I do. I am a guy who I run D&D, so I don't know what D&D. D&D is very similar to the D&D derived a lot of its stuff from that setting.
Oh, okay.
That's all I can do. Yeah. But that doesn't mean you get a how-to guide by reading by knowing this stuff.
Oh, okay. Because if I remember, okay, I've read or heard somewhere like there is more than one type of dwarf, okay? The dwarf that
yes, there are. There are multiple.
The dwarf that we know the most in Lord of the Rings, they're called Durin's folk, okay? The long beard, okay?
Yeah.
If I remember, there are 7 dwarf houses, okay? They are the Firebeards, the Broadbeans, Durin's folk, of course, and then you have the the Stiff Beard, okay? Stonefoot, maybe, I don't know, I forgot.
Well, yeah. There's quite a few little tribes, but the tribes pretty much have the same thing, except for like one's run by a woman dwarf, one's run by a redhead. Like the redhead thing, the red beard, the Firebeards are actually, that's because all their beards are red.
Oh, I see.
There's not much to them. It's very similar. It's very similar to elves. Elves in a lot of ways have the same emotion, have the same thing out of all the spectrums. Like all of them look the same, or all of them have that same little environmental thing. Like they just some of them have different houses. Some of them traded different stuff. It's the same thing with hobbits. There are only 2 hobbit tribes in Lord of the Rings, if I remember correctly. Like 2 true tribes of hobbits. One is more of a traveling, wandering around hobbits, and one is more of a like siege hobbits, and there's one that are more like, the northern hobbits, the ones we get to know from the Shire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And the only difference is one actually grows the hobbit leaf,
the
aka
weed, the hobbit weed.
Don't call it weed. I hate that shit. That's a modern troperism that existed. It's derived from the 60s, because those fuckers are like most people. Sorry, pardon my tongue. But those people are like most people. They believe, oh, well, we got to make it our own. So instead of like actually like taking what it actually is,
I see. The pipe weeds, right?
Misa. Yeah, yeah, it's not real. It's not real. It's not weed. It's tobacco. And he literally token said on more than one occasion, it's tobacco. It's not weed. So I'm gonna take the creator's thought process to it. You know, a nice, like if you're not smoking cigarettes every day, it's the same thing with drinking coffee. It's the reason I cut back on coffee every once in a while. I have to cut back, and I don't like cutting back, but I love to cut back every once in a while just because, you know, what's really nice? A nice cup of coffee. Like, yeah, you want that good effect of having that calming effect of having a cup of coffee.
Yeah, just go drink a coffee.
No, just have one
Just
cup.
have one cup.
Don't go crazy. Yeah.
And here's the thing though, okay, like again, okay, like we're like we discussed, okay, Return to Moria is a good game, okay, and again, okay, they don't change the characters, they don't turn, you know, some elves black or something else, they don't change things, they add things to it, okay. Yeah, like my dwarf came from the Red Mountains. I didn't know there was a Red Mountain, okay. It's so basically my dwarves are on the eastern side near Rune.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
exactly.
So yeah,
it's,
okay. This is a very good game, okay. I wish that they would, you know, add a bit more to the settings, but again, I remember you said like right now that the Lord of the Rings fans, they are very defensive would be the best I could call them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, no, some of them are defensive. Some of them, like, they just don't care. They just like, well, I'm just gonna read the old stuff. Go fuck yourself.
Oh, finally, I got this. All right, with this.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it personally. Dwarven monk build. Well,
Dwarven monk build.
They wouldn't have that, unfortunately.
Okay, fine. Maybe not a monk. Dwarven pugilist? Eh? Yeah?
You'd probably do that. I wouldn't do a monk, though. Because that involves religious. Monkism is some form of religious belief. But you could technically make a monk-like. There's a priest kit in 2nd edition D&D, because here we don't play fake D&D. We play real Dungeons and Dragons at my table. That's how I would actually describe it as. No, you actually want to have that better version. So yeah, that's kind of where I'd come from it. That you have that you'd go with a priest of Chidahan, a dwarven priest of Chidahan, and then you'd use that kit, and then you wouldn't get as much spells.
But you hit so hard.
But you'd get martial arts. That would be the saving grace.
All right. Hang on. Desmond says, use the monk build from. Ooh! I almost drowned. Okay, hang on, Captain. Okay, just stay focused a bit. Stay focused. Okay, every time you reach that, something wrong always happens.
Oh, yeah. Use the monk build from Ragnarok. Okay, well if you want to play Ragnarok, go play Ragnarok. That's its own setting. Ragnarok also has a tabletop game, if I remember correctly.
Really?
They did make a tabletop. Yeah, they did.
Ragnarok also have a tabletop game. Well, nice.
Yeah, I don't know much about it, so don't. I've never played it, so I wouldn't know.
Now, where is... Oh, okay, there we go.
I do know it has one, though. I just never played it all the way through. Ragnarok is a game I actually used to play the MMO back in the day, but I haven't played it recently.
Yeah, Ragnarok is a pretty good old-fashioned MMO game. Almost rivaling MapleStory once.
Yeah, MapleStory was still. I don't know if they're still doing it, but I know MapleStory was fucking awesome back in the day. My problem with MapleStory will always be, like let's be honest, MapleStory was epic, But my problem was like I spent more time just sitting there chatting with friends than I did doing anything else.
Same.
See, that's the problem with MapleStory. MapleStory is it's a great game, but yeah, no, I notoriously remember just like not really doing anything but focusing on the actual thing. Well, dwarves have their own hand-to-hand combat against humans. It's usually like they like to double up and stuff. They like to fight. They like to strike them like out of nowhere. They like to group on them and you know tackle their legs, go for their arms. They bury down on stuff. The goblins are the same. Goblins have their own combat skills. They don't have a martial arts. A lot of these guys don't dedicate themselves to martial arts. If you met a dwarven, like this is why you probably most times. You okay there, Rum?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Just cleaning my nose a bit. Hey, hang on. Okay, let's see what song I sing here.
Poor little Baggins sat for tea, lusty as a hobbit could
Yeah, I gotta do that
be.
myself.
Missing or
Oh, those
grinning
taters
with
and onion
the
rings were pretty good.
the drinks were free. They hung
And I'll have more taters and onion rings tonight, but I'm gonna use some. I'm gonna put cover chili, hot spicy chili. If you watch Orc War Chief reviews and you see the streams there, I'm actually on my little shorts there. I actually showed the chili I made.
Oh yeah.
What'd you think of that chili, Rob? That was good chili. That's good chili. Yep.
Yeah, that I think that's a pretty good chili. I paid. Hang on. Okay, everything here. Yeah, I paid some good money for that chili. Okay, maybe like $14. If you toss in a good side drink, and if you toss in a good drink and some side dish, okay, I would pay good money for that.
Yeah, it's something you have to do. If you're gonna do something like that, you got to give them a good side dish. My big problem with making chili and my stuff with chili now is, okay, here's the problem I've had. I used to sell my food actually. That's not a joke. I've actually, that's one of my odd job things. I actually have sold
Your very
my
own
food back in the day.
stand.
There was a time, not a food stand, but yes, I did sell my food. And that was not uncommon for me to sell, like, you know, a bag of chili or soups or stews. I used to do it all the time. But unfortunately now, because of the price of stuff, like that chili cost me about $40 to $50 roughly to get everything the ingredients. Now I'm gonna get about to give a decent food to people, because you got to give a decent. You can't just give someone a small little bite. You got to give them an actual decent nibble. To give them 2 cups. That amount of chili will only give me enough for 2 cups, which means, unfortunately, for a lot of people, that means I can't give them the full amount I would like to give them.
Oh.
So it builds a very sad situation for me where I'd love to give people more, but like you can only make about 8 servings for 2 cups each, which is a fair amount for chili.
Yeah, that's pretty fair.
Yeah, that's fair, right? That's enough. That's enough for a nice big bowl. You want to have. Yeah. So to sell it now, to make a profit, where I used to sell my chili, because it only cost me like $25, $26, like not that long ago actually. For me to make the same batch I made now, I'm looking at such a high price. It's pissing me off. It makes me sad because it's like, fuck. I want to sell my chili. I want to sell my brands like I used to, but I can't now. I just surely can't. Not for the price tag I'd have to sell it for. It's not fair to anybody for that, and I don't want to do that to people. Yeah, I know, right? It just kind of sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's the unfortunateness of food, man. Like it's the price has gone up so much, it's getting to the point where I have to sell. Like I'd sell it $5 a pop, $5 plus 8 serving. Well, that is, that's enough food that guarantees that your that guarantees a price tag. That guarantees that everyone gets a nice feast, everyone gets a nice meal. Like that's what you want to do, eh? And it's like I can't do that anymore.
Yep, but yeah, nowadays you can't. Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
not
it's
that
not
it's not
cheap
that you can't. Okay, it's really hard. Okay, because everything's
Yeah.
hyping up, prices
I'd
hyping
have
up.
to get a sale. Yeah, I'd have to get a good sale. I'd have to be able to get the food for a really, really cheap price.
But then again, okay,
And no,
if you get cheap ingredients, the food's gonna taste cheap, bro. That's another problem again.
no, I know. When those sales come up, eh? Like when I get my cans of chili, like I only go top of the line food. When I make food, I go top of the line. I don't buy cheap. I'll buy secondhand to eat for myself, but I won't buy secondhand if I'm gonna be like selling it.
Goddamn spiders waiting for me below.
Of course. You always go top of the line, my friend. That's how it works. Always go top of the line when you're dealing with making food for people. But yeah, I'd have to really skip up to give you the same $5 price. Like at that point, there's no meat in the chili.
just
No.
vegan meat, vegan chili.
I could actually make a vegetarian chili, and that would drop the price down by like $5-6 right there. Seriously, easy.
Whew. Right now.
So you gotta figure I gotta sell like if I'm doing my math right, I would have to sell the chili at $8 a pop.
$8 a pop.
Yeah.
It could
Eight times-
work.
Yeah, 8 times 8.
Khaldul, the crystal descent. Oh.
I think that's a fair price. I'm gonna check right now. I think that'd be 8 times 8 for a bowl of chili. So it's, 2 cups. 8 times 8. Yeah, that double that gives you the price. And the problem is there's no guarantee you're gonna get $8 worth of chili. Sometimes I get 6, sometimes I get less. There's always that chance you get a little less than you wanted,
Yeah.
But if I sell it at that fair price and guarantee that you're getting a fair meal and everyone gets a good fair helping, you're looking at $8 now.
Yeah.
And that gives me that makes a profit. Because in the end, that's what you want to do when you make chili. You want that profit. Which I fucking hate. I would love to make cheap.
So, well, Orc, since you
well.
know more about the D&D dwarf than Token and anything, and even 40k dwarves, how about how about give us some lore about the dwarves here, okay? Well,
What do you want to know about?
like for example, first of all, where do the dwarves come from in D&D, of course? Okay, some say they made from stone, some say they came from the the dwarven god of, I forgot what was his name already.
Childahan.
Oh.
Chalahan or Chillahan or whatever you want to call him. I've heard it by multiple wordings.
Yeah, same. No, they came from Gallahan, Chillahan. Okay.
Yeah.
And how
They're
did they start off?
actually somewhat. They started on the Forge. Like a lot of them think they were made from the Forge.
Mm.
And they were built from the Forge, and they live in the mountains because the mountains were given to them.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. The mountains are their land, and it's theirs alone. They were born in the mount. They were born in the stone, and they'll be made in the stone. That's how it works. The dwarven gods made them, fashioned them out of stone. Yep, that's their belief system, if I remember correctly. Actually, it's been a while since I've had someone play a lot of dwarf. Can I be honest, Rom? You're the first person in a very, very long time that has sat down and said, "I want to play a dwarf."
Well, because I kind of like dwarves, okay? In terms of fantasy characters, I quote unquote can't really relate to other fantasy race, okay? Because again, okay, with the elves, you have this like, you know, very majestic, very otherworldly creature and everything. Yeah, sure, okay, but humans, they're just bland, okay? Dwarves, they're like, all right, okay, they have their own like mystique, but they're not like over the top like an elf like that. So that, you know what? Yeah, I like playing dwarves, okay? Plus, okay. Plus, I know more about more 40k dwarf things. So yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna play a dwarf. I'm gonna play the race that I know the best. That I know. You know what? That I know the best. And don't be jealous about this, okay? Or they are the best race, okay? In fantasy, in 40k, in Warhammer Fantasy, in almost every fantasy settings, the dwarves will always be, in my eyes, the best race, okay?
Stone Monkey, San Wukong. I don't know much about San Wukong other than the fact that San Wukong is a black myth.
Black Myth Wukong.
Yeah, actually, do you know that's apparently on the Switch now?
Really? Black Myth Wukong on Switch?
Yeah, I'm looking at it now, actually, while we're talking about it. I don't know if that's going to be the Switch or Switch 2, but it says it's on the Switch, so like, ooh, wow, okay. I like the Monkey King. I'm not going to deny I have one of my favorite mythical characters from Chinese folklore. Actually, in a lot of ways, before a certain organization sort of destroyed your gods, Chinese folklore had a very dwarven feeling towards it in a lot of ways. I don't know if you agree with me there.
Maybe, but not really though. Okay, Chinese folklore is distinctively, you know, Chinese. Okay, Chinese are not dwarves. Okay, don't make the Mexican orc mistake again. Come on, man. Come on. Don't go that route, or come on.
Okay. No, don't do it. Not what I'm doing. I promise you. Okay, so this is an Asian folk tale of how mankind was created. One of your gods had a giant trident, and he pulled mud, sand, dirt, and other substances from the earth and from the sea, mixed it together to make humans, and then let it dry on the beach. And that's how humans were created. Now, what unfortunately happened is the reason you have people that are fucked up or have like some issues or something like that is because humans were, some humans unfortunately had the problem of, you know, like they cracked and shit. That's why birth defects and all that type of stuff happened. So this was actually a folklore, an Asian folklore. It was somewhere I don't know exactly where in China, but it was some folklore that actually exists for that. And a lot of these, like, because there are a lot of weird myths and legends in the Asiatic folklore pantheons that don't really make it to mainstream. I know very little compared to where I should know. It's just unfortunately a certain organization decided to say, hey, those don't exist. The party exists, and we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
And that wiped out a large portion of those myths and legends. There's so much folklore lost. Like I'm like, there's entire and to make way for progress, there's entire temples that once existed that are completely submerged underwater thanks to progress in certain parts of the country. And it's the same thing I hate with medieval certain places in the Middle East, because there are temples that they blow up in the Middle East. They just blow the fuck out of them. I'm like, well, fuck no. You know? That drives me nuts.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, you okay?
Yeah, I almost fell. I almost fell to a deep chasm. I mean, are you watching the stream right now, man? I'm kind of scared, okay? I wish Bob was here.
I am watching the stream, but I'm also playing Unicorn Overlord while we're chatting, and Yeah, I promised I'd be here for this, and I wanted to play something that's chill
Rope
to do
ladder
this.
are useful for. Wait. Hang on. I just saw a tooltip. Rope ladders are useful. Something. And then press F. Ah! Okay, now I know.
Remember, do a better roll.
Oh yeah, I can actually. Okay, I could do something better. I could do Kano ball. Okay, jump Kano ball. Kano ball.
Hmm.
Right now.
I want to play this game again. I was having so much fun, but it's like it was on my friend's file, so I didn't felt weird playing it on his file. Fuck, I want to keep playing. It was such a good game. I was having a blast. But we were gonna play pool that day, and I didn't want to sit there playing on his thing.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I wanted to play pool so bad, man. Like, oh yeah, and he now got his turtle. He's got a giant Turtles in Time arcade thing, and so we've been playing the X. See, he has it set so you can play that and the 4-player X-Men. So guess what we've been doing the last couple times over to his house?
Playing X-Men. Okay, nice.
Yeah. He'll play both X-Men and that. It's set for X-Men, Avengers, and the 4-player Avengers and the 4-players Turtles in Time. Not Turtles in Time. The Turtles arcade. So that's just like we've been playing that.
So basically, a lot of the superheroes movie, a lot of superhero like things you can. A lot of superhero tabletops you can use that settings, right?
Oh, what? No. So here, okay, he has an arcade.
Oh, an arcade.
An actual arcade.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah. An actual. Yeah. And he's got one of the really expensive ones. He's got a 4-player arcade.
Oh, I mean, that thing must cost a pretty penny to get.
Well, yeah, but he was a crane operator who worked all over America, some places all over the place. He's worked all over the place.
Oh, okay.
Made himself some good money.
Not the pandas.
So yeah,
no.
Yeah. So yeah, he bought that. That was one of his gifts to himself. He's got himself, like, where his family lives in one part. Like his relatives live in one part. He built himself his own little man cave, and he lives out there. So basically, it's a giant long stage. It was originally used for like storing like car parts and shit, but he fixed it up, added some insulation, set up stuff. So it has a smoking lounge where you can like smoke cigars, drink and stuff. But when you enter in, there's 2 big pool tables, an arcade, and a giant TV. And he also has his he's gonna sell one. He's only gonna keep one pool table. But he's also going to sell. He's got himself one of those like the old plastic arcade hockey machines.
Plastic hockey machine. Okay. I think I've seen some of those things before.
Yeah. Even it has the Leafs and it says like "Go Leafs, go Leafs, go," and it actually shouts and stuff. It goes, it makes noise and shit.
Oh man, that's a cool arcade game, bruh.
Yeah. He's got that. He also got himself a pinball now. He's now got the Friday the 13th and the Nightmare on Elm Street pinball game. He just picked those up recently. And he's running out of room again.
Man.
And then he's got his bathroom, his shower, and then he's got his little his little bedroom there that he's been living there for a while too. Man likes his work. Man works. Man worked to get what he got. So hey, you know what? Can't fault him for spending money.
Yep. Okay.
It's technically his dad's property he inherited. So.
I mean, hey, as long as you're spending your own money, and then you're not in debt or anything like that. Yeah, hey, I'm good, man.
No comment.
Okay, it's your money. Okay, spend it however you want.
Yep. No, I'm all. He did what he does, man. He worked his ass off to get what he's got. And I got nothing but respect for the man. The man did stuff, and like I said, it is his dad's property, but he still feel like that still was a lot of work to get what he has. Respect's given, right? Man worked tirelessly. Pretty much didn't even have a girlfriend until 5 years after he was working just nonstop to the grindstone.
Oh, he worked at a grindstone, or he works like a grindstone.
No. He worked like a grindstone.
Oh,
he worked
okay.
nonstop. Like it was every day. Okay, here was the thing. They offered him work. It's like, hey, do you want to do this job? Sure. It's in this country. Are you paying for it? Yep. Sure. That was literally it. That was every day. It was like, oh, are you paying for it? Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm going. Oh, I have to do this. This all it takes is this, and this. Okay, I'm gone. And he just go work. He'd go work until it was done. And he did that. That was his every day. Every day was just work. Like I barely saw him. Like once he started getting work, never saw the guy. Like
work. Something doing.
Yeah, work. I actually, when he lived in town, it was kind of funny when he started, when work kind of finally slowed down for him, and he just kind of made enough money to kind of relax and stuff, and kind of not take so much work. And with his mom being sick and stuff, he lived in this housing area, and I'm like, okay. At the time, everyone was like, wow, why does he stay there? That's a really bad end of town. He could probably move somewhere else. But I knew the truth. I knew exactly why he stayed there. What he did was downstairs, he put an old black and white TV where you could see right in. There's an old black and white TV and two freaking crappy armchairs, like patio furniture.
Ah.
But then when you went upstairs, there was a locked door. You get to the upstairs, and then when you get past the locked door to the upstairs, that's where you got the good stuff. He had a full kitchen. He had almost a full kitchen, food. It was like a little secret apartment area upstairs. It was for bed, because it was a 3-bedroom. First bedroom was his. Second bedroom was his viewing room, because he watches VHSs and stuff. He had a massive surround sound stuff. And then the last one was his
I'm sorry, I just read what Desmond said. Imagine a dwarf doing the Johnny Cage crotch punch, but without doing the split. I mean, yeah, it would hurt so bad, man. And if I remember, Orc, you said that dwarf is 3 times, 5 times stronger than a man. Yeah, if you get punched like that, man, twice as strong. Okay, yeah, if you get punched like that, I guarantee you're not gonna be having any more children.
They're stocky. They're built like shit brick houses. They're supposed. If you look at their strength bare minimums, they're a little bit higher than your average human. Just a touch.
I guarantee, man. If a dwarf do that to someone, yeah, that thing, yeah, he won't be having any children. Okay, guarantee.
The problem is with most dwarves, most races in D&D, you're not gonna run into the same how to put it without sounding kind of weird. You're not gonna run into the same situation that a dwarf would run into that you would have on a normal spectrum. Them dwarves won't be the same as you would a normal dwarf. They'd have a different way of operating in that way.
No. That's interesting to know.
Yeah, because D&D strength system is not as epic as it is in the other setting, unfortunately.
Iron ore. Coal. Yes, I actually got some coal.
Yeah.
So yeah, wait. Hang on.
Mm-hmm. Hang on.
Hang on. Okay, hang on. The dwarven god that they worship, okay, in D&D, what's it called again?
Multiple ones.
Okay, if I remember, it's not Aule, right? It's not Aule, right? Aule is a token dwarves, right?
I think so. Yeah. Well, they all have the same god technically. No, they all technically follow the same god. It's just a different name for the same god. That's the sad truth of the dwarven people. It's like, yeah, no, it's all just basically the same god. I overall, one of my favorite races is the dwarves from D&D. Is like I do like the Lord of the Ring dwarves, but I don't know much about them. The Lord of the Rings is one of the lores that you are going to spend a long time listening to if you really want to get into it. It takes forever. They're one of those races. Like
they have like a lot of like backstories, their culture and everything like that. Yeah, you can take a while.
Yeah, he built a massive pantheon for the setting.
Elvenwood put here.
They run into a lot of Elvenwood as items.
Yeah. Tin. So yeah, okay. Today we know a lot about dwarves, okay? Because we're playing the dwarf game here. Let's see.
Yeah, overall, this is actually Return to Moria was one of the more fun games I played in the last couple years. Like, to be honest.
Yeah. Look. If you get to choose between Return to Moria or Gollum, yeah, we pick Return to Moria. Okay, no questions asked.
Yeah, that's not even like funny to even think about because they fucked that up so bad.
Look, okay.
Which is sad because
look in the lore's perspective, okay, they messed up. In gameplay perspective, they messed up. Storytelling perspective, they messed up. Okay, even performance, they messed up.
Yeah, I've never seen a game system. I've never seen a dwarf. I've never seen something like that actually happen where it's but I've never seen an entire game where it's just a failure on all four fronts like that. Especially something that they worked
failure on all four fronts. But because again, the concept is good. Okay, the concept is good. Okay, because kind of like Moria. Okay, but this time you're playing it on a different perspective on Gollum's side. The concept is good, but the execution, no.
Okay. Yeah, it was. I've never seen that before. I've never seen a game where I just went. They literally did that, didn't they? It's like, wow, they actually failed. Like, it just pure and utter fucking failure. Have you ever seen that before? I haven't seen that before. Where it's just like, wow, that's a complete and utter failure. I didn't think I'd ever see that. Like, as a setting, I was shocked by that. I was actually honestly shocked. This is just fucking garbage. And I was just like, wow, I can't believe they bombed it that fucking hard.
Yeah.
Ancient cheeks cut from cords.
Oh wait, there is another Lord of the Ring game that might end up like Gollum. Okay. It's another quote unquote stunty race. Okay. And if I remember correctly, okay, the news is all over them. Okay.
Oh, I love that song.
What? Goblins?
No, not goblins. It's another race. Okay, and in another setting in Lord of the Ring, okay? And if I remember, okay, the token fans are not happy about that as well, okay? The story, okay, the story of the Shire or something like that, right? Where you play as a hobbit.
Oh, yeah. The Shire.
Yeah, the token fans are also not happy about that as well, okay?
Yeah, I laughed at that one. The Shire was bad.
Okay, wait. Hold on. The Shire was bad, I know, but is it Gollum level bad?
Yeah, it's bad. Most of the game is just, like I hate to say it. You make a game like the Shire, there's got to be a lot to do in the game, and the game is just boring. Like it's so fucking boring.
Yeah. I mean, okay, fine. Race swap aside, okay? I mean, black hobbits and everything like that, fine. The game is just not. I mean,
Black dwarves don't make a fucking lick of sense either. like they're like gray dwarves make total sense because they're fucking been like mind blowing.
Well, who knows?
from,
Okay,
like,
I mean, in Tolkien, well, I mean, we don't know what the Eastern dwarf looks like. Okay, maybe they're a bit tan.
We
I don't know.
We do. Rum, we
Really?
do, because Tolkien fucking gave us everything. Tolkien did not fucking stop writing the lore of that fucking world. Middle Earth is so okay. That's where I gotta say it.
Oh,
Middle
spider.
Earth, it's so fucking built. It's the most built world I have ever seen in fucking D&D history. Like that's not a joke. I mean, sorry, in fantasy history. Like that's not a joke. He legitimately on every level. If you want to know a setting that he legitimately did, bam. If you want to know another setting he legitimately did, bam. He gave us everything. No lie, no word of a joke. That is like, there's not very few he didn't write out.
Not necessarily, though. There are a few things that he didn't write out. Okay, like for example, you know like for example, like the people of Rune and everything like that. Okay, because again, we don't really have.
Some information.
There is some information. Okay, but not everything. Okay. Like for example,
I would have to look at.
Like for example, okay, like
here's what I'd have
for
to-
example, the Haradrim, okay, the people from the Southlands, okay. We barely know anything about them aside from the awesome giant mammoth, okay, the Mumakil. That's
I
it.
guarantee you, Rum. There's probably. I'd put money on it. I would put fucking money on it. Okay. I'm being honest with you. I'm being dead honest like a heart attack, man. I guarantee fucking T.
Yeah, Toka
So
might have
that'll-
write something on it, write some lore on them.
Oh yeah, there's probably more there's probably more lore than you would think, and I'm not joking when I say that. He was obsessed with continuing the world of that, and it became a pure obsession.
Yeah, it became his life's work.
It was his life's work, and this is why a lot of us get pissed off that they bastardize his life's work. This is why fans get upset, and I'm not a Tolkien fan. I'm more of a I liked his buddy, the guy who created the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Even though a lot of his
Narnia.
stuff is Narnia, yeah. I liked his stuff more, and that's just my own personal opinion. Take that word, take that for a grain of salt.
I will.
I like the fact that Aslan is Jesus's persona. That is fucking funny.
Yeah, a furry Jesus.
Yeah, I don't care. That's funny to me. That's great. I love the fact people are starting to realize no, that is Jesus. Because I remember having an argument with someone years and years and years ago about that. It's like, oh, it's not Jesus. It's not Jesus. No, it's Jesus. It's not Jesus. No, that's Jesus. Stop it. Stop it. That is Jesus. It's been Jesus forever. Stop pretending it's not. And that's okay. That's fine. That's how he wanted to do it. That's how the creator put in the world. Like that. Yes, he even says that I was more. In one time, I had other names.
Oh, about the D&D dwarfs, okay? Yeah, I just figured something out, okay? But if you want to continue on, I'll let you continue on. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Yeah. How many? Because again, I don't really know the settings of D&D, okay? I don't know. Like for example, there's something called Farlam or something like that in the D&D settings. Like for example, you got
Forgotten Realm. Forgotten Realms, not
Oh,
Farlow.
Forgotten Realm. Oh, okay. Because you have like Baldur's Gate, Waterdeep, and everything like that, right? So
Baldur's Waterdeep is Forgotten Realms.
yeah, but these are human settlements, okay? I've heard that there are a few like dwarven kingdoms or dwarven halls in the D&D settings or Dungeons and Dragons settings. Can I know more about those?
Yes, you look in the Dwarves Handbook. There's also quite a few settings where that a lot of their. See, the thing about the dwarves, the sad, tragic truth about the dwarves is they're a race in decline.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, that's sad.
they're dying off.
They're dying.
They're dying. And that's kind of how that's kind of how she's been going. Like that's how it's been going for a long time. Their race has always been in decline. This is something that a lot of people seem to forget, that no, their race is in heavy decline.
Yeah, the birth rate is so very low, very low.
Yeah. And that they're, like I said, a lot of dwarves have gone to mating with humans just to get the numbers up. Because
Really?
they realize, yep, they mate with humans.
Half
more.
dwarf and half human dwarfs? What do you call that?
Yeah, well, the problem is all that makes is more dwarves, technically. In 3.5, they kind of touched on it, that these are like pseudo dwarves, and they're a little taller than your average dwarf. But the truth is, it just creates more dwarves. It's like half. Yeah. The only race that actually gets benefits for mating with other humans is the half elves. Technically, lose benefits and gain them.
What?
But orcs and goblins get benefits by mating.
Oh, okay.
That's why there's this belief that the orcs are that one race gets this big benefit because of XYZ. No, it's actually legit. That's kind of how it goes. Like the orcs and the goblins get because the goblins get hobgoblins, and that's a big thing.
Yeah.
To their setting. That is a really big thing. You want to talk about getting bonuses? Hobgoblins. Hobgoblins are super powerful.
Okay, that is for the goblins. And so what do the dwarf get by mating with humans?
Another dwarf.
Another dwarf. So literally no benefits.
No benefits. Another dwarf, really.
Oh.
You get a half dwarf doesn't live as long either. That's pretty much the only big benefit.
What? That counts as a benefit? Excuse me? You don't live as long. What? That count as a benefit? Really?
That's it. You don't live as long. They don't have the same skill as a dwarf. It's kind of a fuck you. It's the truth. They fuck you in the. It doesn't really get you anywhere.
So what are the dwarves doing now? Okay, because again, okay, I don't care if it's Pathfinder, Dungeons and Dragons. What's the other one again?
There's Pathfinder,
Dungeons Dragons, Pathfinder, Dungeons Dragons, and what is the one with the Baldur's Gate thing again?
That's D&D.
Oh, that's D&D. Okay, I don't care if you're Pathfinder or Dungeons and Dragons because every Dungeons and Dragons and everything like that, every D&D, even 40K, okay, they always have a setting or a timeline, right? Okay, so what are the dwarves doing now? Okay, because I sort of missed the timeline or missed a few episodes here, and I kind of don't know what the story is at right now, because again, D&D actually has a world story, okay, if I remember clearly enough.
Well, I wouldn't know modern D&D. As I said once.
Okay. Even though it's modern D&D, yes, modern D&D also has a story. Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
Oh. Okay.
To my knowledge, they're going to be forever. The way it was described to me is they're probably always going to be forever in decline. That's just how it goes.
Yeah, it's the dwarven shenanigan. Okay. Like humans will always be the greedy thing or something like that, and then oh no, we'll change our heart and be good again, and then dwarves, they're gonna be the grumpy in decline, and then the elves are gonna be the arrogant in decline.
Yeah, they always kind of seem to always fall under the same thought process of that this race is always going to have a problem. And that's it. That's basically in a nutshell. They're never ever going to be 100. You're never going to see dwarves ever go to the golden pursuit, eh?
Yeah, I mean, in every quote-unquote fantasy settings, okay, it's always dwarf elf fight, dwarf elf low birth rate, okay, now human take over.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because the world is always going to be in that decline. That's the whole joke. That's
Yeah.
the whole catch.
Yeah, you want to be a awesome dwarf? Yeah, there's a catch.
There's never been a catch. There's never going to be an awesome dwarf. Eventually, your people are going to die, and then there's going to be nothing of you. That is the sad.
Yeah, that is the sad
Every-
truth of every Dawi dwarf or Durin's folk.
Yeah, you're never ever gonna, which kind of sucks if you think about it, because it ultimately means there's like they kind of fail. Like it's an endless story of continual and ongoing forever failure. How's that fucking fun if you think about it? Like that's why I think dwarves recently, the reason dwarves are kind of falling out of favor is because
their luster is slowly fading.
Yeah. And I think that's going to be their forever problem. They're always going to be that race that forever is lost to the violence, that's lost to the winds. And one day in the future, they'll just vanish from existence, and then they will never be around. And then that's the end of that story. Which kind of sucks if you...
Yeah. Who knows, okay? Maybe one day we might just get to play half dwarf. Instead of playing dwarf, we get half dwarf now.
I'm actually surprised they haven't. Like, can I be painfully honest? I'm actually shocked that hasn't been a running thing yet. But it seems like it's not really there for that win, and that's fine. But this is kind of sad that we'll always have this dwarven. The dwarves will always be the race that's dying. They'll always be the race end up on the back end of the world. Which, is kind of insulting if you think about it. But that's their
stick, okay?
Yeah. Not cool though, in my opinion. But that's just how they want to play dwarves in most settings. I'm not against it, but I'm not for it. Let's just put it that way. I believe it's something that should be removed from the settings. But you know what? Everyone has their love and hate of this setting, and I don't know. Like, to me, I feel that we'll never ever have a truly, dwarven, pure dwarf for dwarf's sakes thing, and they'll always be on the back end of something.
Yeah.
Always the butt of a joke, right, boys and girls? Always the butt of a joke.
Yep. Oh, it's the butt of the joke. Oh, god damn it. Crouch. No, this is... Where is it? Z is the crouch. Okay. Man, this is a good vein, man. Oh no, it's dark. Right, after this, then I'll go back to sleep. So yeah, the dwarves of almost every single magical fantasy is always in decline. Okay, some catastrophe, some calamity always happens to them. Okay,
they're always going to end up to be that one last dwarf, or maybe a tribe of maybe like 15, 20, but they're usually
a tribe of endangered species dwarf.
Yeah. Basically, They live off the. I like to make the joke. The dwarves are just the last of the Mohicans. They're last of the Mohicans. That's what dwarves are. Again, it's not uncommon for. It's not uncommon for one group or organization one society to die out after a while.
Yeah. It's just it's just the natural progression of some things.
Yeah, of nature. That's all it is. It's just that natural progression. They were, you know, they at one time, and again, it is
Yeah.
mainly because of their rigidness that causes this problem. Like if dwarves were to, you know, start breeding on a higher level, it's because, like I said, their digestion period is also really fast. Like the reason orcs are, you want to know the main reason orcs and goblins are so fucking dangerous? They breed at fucking like rabbits, man.
Yeah.
And they can breed with almost any fucking race. That's what makes it scary. And that's the downside. And they're so over aggressive for the breeding. They so want to get their breed in that they're dangerously fast at getting stuff done, and that's what causes the problem. And then every once in a while, their craftsmen can pull out a really magical weapon out of nothing. Like they'll make something awesome out of nothing. So that's why the orcs are the biggest threat. And the humans, the only reason the humans are more dangerous than the orcs is because they can take all the skills and abilities of other races and make it their own. That's why like if we're talking about on the extent of races in existence, man, it's like this race, and then this race.
Yeah, I still kind of don't really understand though. It's like, again, okay, you have see, if I remember correctly, okay, I saw a video or something like that. It's like humans probably should not exist in D&D settings. I'm like, why? Because again, you have dragons and everything like that, okay, and humans who literally has nothing going against them. They should be extinct a long time ago, okay?
That's not true. That's not true though. That's the thing, you know, like.
Okay, unlike elves who can use magic, unlike dwarves who is stunty and, you know, can invent things and everything like that, humans practically don't have anything going for them.
No, they have everything going for them. That's what makes them the most dangerous.
Wait, it's nighttime. Yeah, you know what? Time to go back.
Like, first of all, humans can use magic. Humans can use magical weapons. Human can use magical equipment and gear. Human can use other skills and abilities, spells, and other weaponry like that. Humans can be just as inventive as dwarves and even sometimes a little more. Humans have more, can breed faster than most other races. The only other race that they can compete with are goddamn fucking orcs. And the problem is the only reason orcs haven't overtaken the world is because they goddamn can't breed fast enough.
Yeah.
No, that's the truth. If they breed, but they die at such a large number so quickly.
I'll just put this here first, and then I'll go. Right.
Elves breeding rate is always a fixed number, apparently, according to the belief that if you start seeing elves get born more, like the way the elves work is if they see people being born more, that usually means that there's going to be a problem in the future, and they're like, oh shit, you know, that the reason we're getting so many elves is going to be a war or something like that. That's why they'll all of a sudden start breeding faster. Like, and still it takes forever. Like that could be 100 years from now. We got a population boom 150 years ago. Well, I guess any time in the next 150 years we got to prepare for war. That's why elves are so OP. This is the reason elves prepare for war so often, is when their races start breeding lots, and they start seeing a lot more elves popping up on the radar, because they're like,
that's why war.
That means that their people know that there's war, that there might be a war, but it takes a long time for elves to be adults. So if you do that thing, this is why the half elf is the most abnormal thing on the planet. Because the half-elf is actually the most dangerous. And also the other race that's on the danger list is the half-elf. The reason the half-elf is the most dangerous is because the goddamn fucking... They basically live longer, have some of the more abilities of an elf and a human, and they have the ability to live longer than anybody else.
That is some interesting lore here. Yeah, today we're going all over the place here, okay? We go from dwarves to elves, and now, you know what? Okay, I think, let's see here. You know what? Yeah, I'm almost there, okay? How about the D&D orcs? Okay, what is the difference between the D&D orcs, the token orcs, and the the Warhammer orcs? Okay, because this is the race that you are the most familiar with because you're orc war chief.
Well, first of all, let me say this. The biggest thing with the elves and orcs and stuff are very simple. Orcs in Warhammer, orcs are fungus. They're living sanctioned fungus.
Okay, living sanctioned fungus.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's
they grew
really all
from
they are.
mushrooms.
Yeah, they're living sanctioned fungus. That's all they are. It's basic. They're not really anything. Now, D&D orcs have a pantheon. That's like this huge pantheon, and that's based off something like this whole grump and shrump thing. The reason that's the reason orcs created their own gods. They didn't have a god. They created their gods. D&D, orcs are created from God, from their god, Grumsh, the great god Grumsh. And Grumsh is a Grumsh, yes. Grumsh, if you want to say his name properly. And he has his own pantheon. Now, the other thing that orcs from that, if we're going with the old school orcs, the old school ass orcs, like from Tolkien, they're corrupted elves. They're not their own people.
I remember what Saruman says. Okay, the orcs were elves once. Okay, taken, tortured, and corrupted.
Some of them were taken, tortured, and corrupted, but elves themselves are like a lot of elves were corrupted during the age. I can't remember the age of. Basically, when the elves went against the gods. That kind of fucked with their people in some ways.
Desmond again, okay. Dude, just look at what Desmond says, okay. D&D needs human because it's likely the only race that will choose necromancy as a job.
Yeah. That's not necessarily untrue because elves can take necromancy.
Yeah, but elves don't really use necromancy because of their, higher than thou justice. Ooh, look at me.
No,
man.
it's not that. They portray because it's evil. It is fundamentally an evil art. It's defying not only religious dogma, but it's defying that. That's why elves that go evil can do that, and that's why evil elves are a thing. Remember, elves can be corrupted and become evil. Like there's nothing stopping an elf, and that's why elves turn into banshees and shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
elves turn into banshees. All right.
In the D&D stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, one more then. Man, if Bob ever comes back, okay, we need to build bigger rooms here, man. If Bob ever comes back, okay, we need to build bigger rooms.
Yeah. I think Bob's fighting a cold because there's a lot of people have been catching a cold lately, and I think that's what's.
My guess as well.
Yeah, because I've been fighting a cold all day today too. It's just like it's not. I'm not at the point where I'm like, oh. But I am pretty high up on that.
God damn it! The camp is under siege.
You orc filth! I'll tear you down!
God damn it! Come here, greenskin. For the Karazanko.
Not this one dead!
No! Not my home! No, not the door! God damn it.
I'm kind of surprised you went. That game's better when you have like 5 people playing.
No! You're not getting in this! No! Not the weapon rack! Bloody... God damn it! Bloody greenskins! Oh my god, this siege is big, bro!
Yeah. Too bad I can't help you. Sorry.
Don't worry, don't worry. I'm still good. All I gotta do is to keep my shield up. As long as my shield holds, I can win this.
And
Ancestors, please guide me.
yeah, that's why you have small rooms so you can murder box. You can put them in murder holes.
No.
Yeah, create those kill boxes, man.
Right. Whew. All right. Build. Gate. Simple door. Is there like bigger doors?
Yeah, there is. There's more advanced doors and stuff you can get in that. I remember it's. I think you can get a lot of. I think you can get reinforced doors later too.
Nothing. Oh, fine. Simple door it is. Right. Now, before the next siege happen, okay? Need to fix
Everything.
Oh no.
Got another invasion coming.
Come on, Orc. Stop jinxing it, man. Please. Me and Bob, we spend a lot of time building this, okay? Come on, Orc. Don't jinx it.
Hey, at least it's not giant spiders.
Okay. All right, we're good. Okay. All right. Nice. Okay. Oh no. All right. Get this, and this, and not this. All right. You know what? We need higher walls. Okay. Build. Simple stone block? No. Stone wall. Yes. Right. Okay, so it's here. Maybe the gate. Maybe we can put a gate here, or some kind of funneling entrance.
You never want to create a place with too many entrances. You want an exit entrance, and that's about it. You want to have that like way to get out and out of your own location, and that's about it. You don't want to have too many.
Yeah, you want too many. Otherwise, the orc's gonna swarm.
Yeah, it's a common mistake a lot of rookies make.
Ever wonder
Oh, great.
sunlight feels like?
No. Ever wonder how sunlight feels like? No, and I'm not planning to. That's right. Let's see. Stone window. Eh? Ah. Okay.
Well, a dwarf necromancer unfortunately would never exist because dwarves have an innate negativity to magic.
Yeah, dwarves. Basically, dwarves don't really use a lot of magic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Other than gray dwarves, which are technically not really dwarves anymore at this point, but that's a debate. There ain't that many dwarven magic users in existence.
Yeah, crafting, gate. Yes. Yeah. And then how about a good window one?
Yeah, it's a sad thing of dwarves, man. They've lost a lot of their luster over the generations.
Yeah. No, this one is too far. Here we go. Right, let's do this, and then after I've built this wall, okay, that's right. Okay, all these aliens are coming into my house. We're gonna build a wall.
Yep.
Okay, to keep them out, to keep all these green skin out.
Yeah. It's good to create murder holes and stuff like that. If you can create articulations that you can have some fun with, and other objects, you can bury them, fucking ram rocks down their throats and stuff, and throw stuff down there. Yeah, I'm all about violence when it comes to protecting your location. If I had my way, I'd have a giant battering ram. So if you opened up the door and you didn't open it up properly, this giant battering ram or a shotgun would fire at you, knock people. Break into my apartment, you die. My rule.
Right. Okay, right. Now it's more secure. Fine. Okay, now more secure-ish.
Ish. Ish, he says.
Now more secure-ish. Okay, at least we got like extra wall and everything like that. Okay, so that I can, just stand here. That's right. Yep. Funnel hole. Just push them back. Poke them. That's right. Poke them. Yeah. This could work. Okay. Any orc comes in and just gonna go. All right.
Too bad you can't make more trigger traps and stuff in the game, or like pitfall traps.
This is not orc must, dude. This is not orc must die, bro. If this is orc must die, dude, there's gonna be so many traps that I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Okay. But again, okay,
the
game orcs must die pretty good. Okay, maybe one day I'll buy it.
Yeah, Orcs Must Die was good.
Oh yeah. Where is it again? No, aesthetic. Yes. Weapon rack. Yeah. Wall. Oh no. Is it this one? Wall display. Or yeah, right here. Okay, and no, I'm going to do this one. There we go. Okay, you see, Bob? Okay, everything good, all right? Almost lose the base. Yes, everything good, Bob. Okay, please don't.
Outsider.
Not this again.
You get attacked again?
Wait, I think that's a patrol. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna get rid of that patrol first. I knew it.
Oh, they're patrolling you now.
What do you mean, our mountain? Okay, this mountain is not yours to begin with.
That's all you got?
Yeah, Bob was so excited when he found out I had this, like, you guys are fighting back these things. Oh, return to Moria. He's like all these type of things. Like, yeah, you're not doing that though. That's not your character's thing when we were doing a campaign.
All right. Okay. All right. Let me just get some snack, okay? Get some energy going back in here. All right, let's see here. Yep, we officially hit the 2-hour mark. Nice. Okay, then. All right, and with that, we have come to the end of our stream, guys. If you like the stream, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and help the channel grow. And while you're at it, why not check out my Discord server, link down in the description below, you know, to join us so we can have a throng of our own, okay? A big dwarven army here. And while you're at it, why not check out my buddy Orc War Chief channel review, link also down in the description below. He do a lot of podcasts, and when is your review coming out, Orc?
Whenever I get enough time to get Earthworm Jim, it's been a busy month.
Right. Okay. So yeah. Okay. Go check out his channel. Okay. He plays some games, do some podcasts, and quote unquote reviews. Okay. Hasn't come out yet, but still reviews.
Lots of reviews. So there's lots of reviews already. So don't worry about it.
But anyway,
I've done 246 videos, I believe. So yeah, I'm pretty good.
Yeah. But anyway, my name is Captain Rum Panda, and have a wonderful day, Gringarazes.